Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest for the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Big guys up front, line up. It's first down. A handoff from the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
The game moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. Tailback takes the handoff again. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Trying to create here on the move. And he pulls in the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. On the toss play, runner moving left. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Getting set. Here's second down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. It's a new set of downs, and it's 1st and goal for the offense. Press coverage now from the secondary. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from the defense is the linebackers are scraping doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
He went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. Very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Receiver makes the catch.
Great job here by the defense. 3rd down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this 4th down. Great job here by the D.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Trying to extend the play. On the run here, taking a deep shot. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
Chris, I just don't get it. You're inside your own red zone, and you're going for it here? You might as well just give the opponent the ball and a chance to score an easy touchdown.
And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Runs through the defender. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Boy, when you get down into the red zone, one thing we know about quarterbacks in the passing game is the windows are tight. Love to see this offense here picking up some positive yards down in this tight area by getting the ball to a playmaker and letting him do his thing.
Kentucky has moved into the red zone now. To throw, it's Booker. Running back grabs it on a screen. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Offense success the formation. It's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. The offense knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. There would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt. It's flipped back to the kicker. He's looking to throw the ball. And he's got it. So the 2-point try is successful, and they build the lead even further. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Remember, last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. Let's see if they can recover from that here. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, help them just with 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And it's good for a 1st down to the 36.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
Tackle is made, but that's good for a 1st down to the 47.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And the Noles have 1st and 10 here. Ball handed off. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
gain makes it 2nd and medium. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Here's the 2nd down play. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And then first down, right back to the running game. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. They're going to run it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Stopped right there at the line with no gain. And the Seminoles hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. 4th down. He's throwing for it. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. And result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
Heading left after the handoff. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Looking downfield, it's Booker. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, Chris. Just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Let's see what their mindset is this time. They got into field goal range, but got stopped on 4th down last time. Solid run, moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker. Short completion. A 3rd down play coming up.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
The Seminoles line up on 1st and 10 now. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. He'll try a pass here. Receiver makes the grab. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a 1st down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Wenke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward. Man, so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
I mean, that's another sack. Just getting started here. First half, you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He makes the grab. It's a huge gain all the way down inside the 30.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, 3rd down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time, nice throw, and it's a 1st down.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the 1st down attempt here across the middle.
Oh, man. You have a good play dialed up and a great chance at yards, and it goes right through his hands. That'll drive the offensive coordinator in the booth absolutely crazy.
2nd down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. This time a completion. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's 1st and goal. Back in motion now. Looking to chuck it again. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. 2nd and goal for the offense. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Second down, we're going to throw it. Pass caught. Can he get in? He's swarmed by the defense. Defense clearly setting up to stuff the run here. And the quarterback's going to sneak it. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Now the all-important extra point. PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. I'll flip back to the QB. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
See if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. Looking downfield, it's Booker. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Fires it to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, your best player is going to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
And that run produces a decent gain.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Here's the handoff. Got space, looking to score. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense gets pushed back here.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Noles line up with a first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented. And he
runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles. Kicking team out for the PAT try. He knocks it right through. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Looking to throw. It's Booker. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's caught downfield. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to throw it on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. He's picked for a third time tonight. Can he take it all the way? And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Pick is up and no good. After the miss, still losing by that single point. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking right, this one caught. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
They tackled him right at the 35-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Crucial third down play coming up. They feed the fullback this time. The ball is loose. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
And the Noles will have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Run down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Running with purpose. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. He hands it off from the gun. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Toss play to the outside. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. The Seminoles looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Here's the toss play now, running left. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down, almost pick up the 1st down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that 1st down.
They've been stopped in their first 2 4th down attempts. Here comes number 3. They'll run the option. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and go get a touchdown.
The long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. The offense going with the hurry up. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Bulldozing his way through those tackles. Touchdown, Florida State. And they go in front here in the second half. Now the offense will go for a two-point conversion.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And here's the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Keeping it on the ground here. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. He'll test the right side here. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. Just trucks through the defender. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
The old toss play, Chris, as you know, this used to be really a popular play in college football when teams ran this out of the I formation. Now in college football, you see them running out of pretty much any formation. But the key still is being able to seal the edge, whether it's your tight end or your offensive tackle, to allow the back to get to the corner.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. He'll hand it off. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Here we go. Third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Handoff here from the shotgun. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Defense is coming after him. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he's got some open field ahead. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Just a tough spot to be as a quarterback. He feels the pressure. He wants to get rid of the ball. But you can see what can happen when the pressure gets to that quarterback right in his face. The ball is up in the air. The defense is able to come down with it, not only for an interception, but they get a touchdown themselves.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Offense back out there trying to get something going. It's a shotgun run call. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
You got a man down the middle. Tackle after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. What will the call be on third and long now from the 44? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Jones. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. Almost makes a terrible freshman mistake. Lucky that it's incomplete.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Now it's second down here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. And this pass is caught. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And they bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion. The Noles will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Looking to throw yet again. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Chris, how about the call here with the wheel route? The running back, we know he can run the football, but here he shows his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, and that wheel route is tough on a defense. Sometimes the back can get lost. Here he catches it, finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Ball handed off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. first down loss. It's 2nd and long from the 23. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground. We knew that tackling was going to be a huge factor today, Kirk. They don't bring him down, and the result is a big gain. Yeah,
where's the form tackling? I know it's a lost art in today's game. Sometimes these guys just come in with their shoulders and just try to bring you down with power and speed, but they've got to do a much better job if they have any chance of slowing this back down or trying to use their arms to pull him down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it here. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the run here, lets it go. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down. So no hesitation by the coach. The offense is out there to go for it here. 4th down, looking to throw for it. And he's swarmed by the pass rush. A sack to end this drive.
Well, the offense rolls the dice with its play call here on 4th down, and the defense rolls the dice as well by bringing the kitchen sink. Demolished the quarterback that time on the blitz.
The back's got it. He's found some room at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Knowles. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Because all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. Return begins inside the 10. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. To the air, it's Booker. He'll take a deep shot. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Going the other way, can they catch him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock.
and secure this win. Second down play coming up. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. This is a big third down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. And there's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Rolling the dice a bit, up one possession and going for it on fourth down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looking to throw for the first down. Close to the tight end. And he finds his target. He has the first. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Well, that's exactly when you want to go to your little slot receiver, right? He gets a one-on-one matchup on fourth down, has all that room to work with in the middle of the field. Get him the football on fourth down, come up with the conversion, keep those sticks moving.
And the Knowles will line up on 1st and 10. Toss play running right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee. So the win streak continues. But this team could have gone either way after that loss. They have regrouped and responded really well.
Yeah, I think it's important to reference that loss, Chris, from a few weeks ago. But that's now a distant memory. This team right now is firing on all cylinders. And it's going to be exciting to see how they close out the season and see if they can make a run and see if they can make it tough on the CFP committee on whether or not they get a shot.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.